August 636 AD. Along the treacherous ravines of the Yarmouk River, the fate of the ancient world hung in the balance. This was the culmination of a massive Byzantine attempt to recover Syria after Muslim forces captured Damascus and Emesa. The strategic objectives were absolute. The Rashidun Caliphate sought the expansion of Islam, offering the historic alternatives: conversion, payment of jizya, or the sword. The Byzantine objective: halt this expansion entirely by massing an overwhelming counterattack force to crush the invading Rashidun corps before they could ever consolidate. What followed over the next 6 days would be widely considered the greatest military victory of Hazrat Khalid bin Waleed. Sensing the incoming storm, Khalid bin Waleed strategically pulled his scattered forces from occupied territories, uniting them at Jamu'a and finally drawing the line at the plain of Yarmouk. Khalid expertly turned the harsh geography into a silent weapon. The battlefield was tightly framed by deep vertical ravines, specifically Wadi-ur-Raqqad and the Yarmouk River. Khalid positioned the Muslims with their backs to the open desert, allowing for easy retreat or reinforcement. The Byzantines, however, were placed with the steep ravines directly behind them, turning a potential retreat into a death trap. Furthermore, the Muslims secured the hill of Jamu'a, the Hill of Gathering, allowing them to observe every single movement across the plain. The odds were staggering. 40,000 Muslim warriors split into 36 regiments, facing a massive imperial host of roughly 150,000 men under the Byzantine commander, Mahan. The conflict began on day 1 with traditional champion duels. In a legendary moment of faith, a Byzantine general named George stepped forward to duel, but after an intense conversation with Khalid bin Waleed, he chose to convert to Islam right on the battlefield, fighting alongside the Muslims until his death. On days 2 and 3, the sheer weight of the Byzantine Empire struck. Heavy imperial charges smashed directly into the Muslim flanks, pushing the lines all the way back to their camps. But Khalid had anticipated this. He utilized his legendary mobile guard, a highly elite, rapid response cavalry reserve located centrally in the camp. Whenever a gap opened, Khalid's riders struck like lightning, plugging the lines and stabilizing the front. Day 4 would go down in history as the brutal Day of Lost Eyes. Byzantine archers unleashed a terrifying rain of arrows with such precision that 700 Muslim soldiers lost an eye in the onslaught. As the line buckled under the blinding volley, Ikrimah bin Abi Jahal and 400 elite warriors stepped forward. Taking a historic oath of death, they threw themselves into the Byzantine lines, sacrificing their lives to successfully cover the retreat and save the army. By day 5, exhaustion set in. Sensing his troops were faltering, the Byzantine commander Mahan offered a truce, but Khalid bin Waleed looked across the plains and saw a tired enemy. Knowing the Byzantine energy was completely spent, Khalid firmly declined. The time for defense was over. On the 6th and final day, Khalid bin Waleed took the offensive, grouping 8,000 elite cavalry into a single fist. He executed a brilliant maneuver that completely separated the slow, heavy Byzantine cavalry from their infantry, driving the mounted troops north and entirely away from the battlefield. Left completely unprotected, the disorganized Byzantine infantry was systematically pushed back toward the edge of the plains. With nowhere left to run, the massive imperial forces were driven directly into the sheer cliffs of the Wadi-ur-Raqqad ravine. The Byzantine army shattered. The strategy was a masterclass. While the Byzantines relied on slow, uncoordinated heavy cavalry plagued by internal rifts between their generals, Khalid utilized speed, a brilliant central reserve, and perfect terrain manipulation Following this catastrophic defeat, Emperor Heraclius abandoned Syria completely, retreating to build a buffer zone in central Anatolia. Yarmouk permanently ended Byzantine rule in Syria, facilitating the rapid expansion of Islam into Palestine and North Africa, and solidifying Hazrat Khalid bin Waleed's reputation as an absolute master of warfare. Thank you for tuning in to Time Capsule turned Riz. Hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments what historic battle we should unlock next.